Some civilizations collapse, not because of war, but because they forget how to honor their elders. And some empires are saved by nothing more than the loyal heart of one devoted child. Long ago, at the foot of a quiet mountain range, lived a young man named Isamu with his elderly mother, Te Wirapor. But they were never lonely. Their small home lacked wealth, yet it overflowed with warmth and love. Isamu's mother was very old. Her back was bent by time, her hair was white as frost, and her hands were thin, scarred by a lifetime of sacrifice. Yet every morning, she woke before her son, lit the fire, and prepared a simple, warm meal for him. And every evening, when Isamu returned from work, all his exhaustion vanished the moment he saw his mother waiting quietly at the doorway. To him, that was the safest place in the world, until one day, that peace was torn apart. A cruel decree was issued from the imperial palace. Blinded by power and a fear of weakness, the emperor ordered that all citizens over 60 years old must be executed. He believed the elderly were a burden to the nation. No longer productive, no longer useful, no longer worthy of living. The decree fell like a blade across the heart of the kingdom. Crying filled the villages. Families clutched their parents in terror. People protested in whispers, but no one dared to defy the emperor's command. When Isamu heard the news, his body went cold. He looked at his mother, quietly stitching a torn sleeve in the corner of their home. Her hands trembled, yet every stitch was careful and precise. She looked up and asked gently, "What troubles you, my son?" But Isamu could not answer. His throat tightened. His heart shattered. He knew one terrible truth. His mother's life was now in danger. That night, Isamu never slept. He sat beside the dying embers, a war raging inside him between fear of the emperor and love for his mother. Before dawn broke, he knelt before her. "Mother, forgive me." Then he lifted her onto his back. It told no one he carried only a small bag of dried food. Under the cover of darkness, Isamu fled with his mother into the deep mountains. The path was steep and unforgiving. Every step felt like placing his life on the edge of a blade. But what broke his heart was not the sharp rocks beneath his feet. It was the silence of his mother on his back. She did not cry or complain. She simply rested her head against his shoulder. Each time Isamu stopped to rest, he noticed broken branches along the path. Only later did he understand. His mother was marking the way home for him, even as she herself was walking toward death. His heart nearly stopped. At the peak of the mountain, Isamu placed his mother inside an abandoned hut. He knelt beside her, holding her fragile hands. "Mother, please stay here. I will return for you." She gazed at him, her eyes gentle but filled with sorrow. "My son, if this is what allows you to live, then even alone here, your mother will endure." Isamu turned and walked away. Every step down the mountain felt like knives tearing through his chest. He did not look back, fearing that if he did, he would lose the strength to leave. Days later, the emperor announced a new, impossible challenge. Within 3 days, anyone who can make a rope from ash shall be rewarded. If no one succeeds, the executions will be carried out without delay. The entire court fell into despair. A rope made of ash. Ash crumbles at the slightest touch. How could it ever become a rope? When Isamu heard the decree, he knew the fate of his mother, and every elderly soul in the kingdom hung by a thread. That night, in desperation, he returned to the mountain and fell to his knees. "Mother, they demand a rope made of ash. I don't know what to do." The old woman was silent for a long moment, then spoke softly, her voice weak yet steady. "Ash is fragile, but if you first burn a rope and keep its shape, the ash will remain and not scatter." Isamu froze. In that moment, he no longer saw a frail old woman. He saw a living treasury of wisdom. The next morning, before the emperor and the entire court, Isamu presented a flawless rope made of ash. The emperor rose to his feet in shock. The court gasped. The emperor demanded, "Who taught you this?" Isamu dropped to his knees. "My mother, your majesty." The entire palace trembled with silence. A woman deemed useless, a life marked for execution. Yet it was her wisdom that solved the impossible. For the first time, the emperor's hardened heart began to crack. Isamu bowed deeply. "Your Majesty, I have disobeyed your command. I hid my mother in the mountains. Please execute me in her place." All believed this was Isamu's final moment. But after a long stillness, the emperor spoke. "You did not only save your mother, you saved this entire kingdom from committing a great sin." He abolished the cruel decree at once. A new law was proclaimed. The elderly shall be honored, protected, and cared for. The old mother was invited back from the mountain, not in fear, but in dignity and respect. The day Isamu carried his mother home, the sunlight was golden, the brightness of a victory born from compassion. The villagers knelt, not out of fear, but in awe of a love strong enough to shake an empire. The old woman looked at her son through tears. "You did not only save me, my child. You saved all who are like me." Isamu held her hands tightly, tears streaming down his face. "No, mother, it was you who saved us all." This story does not belong only to an ancient land. It still lives everywhere in our world today. In modern life, people chase speed, profit, power, and youth. And too often, they forget. The elderly are not a burden. They are memory. They are wisdom. They are the living history of a family and a nation. Some people can no longer walk fast, yet they still know exactly which road is right. Some people's hair has turned white, yet their hearts still shine brighter than the sun. And some children, with nothing but true devotion, can move the heart of an entire empire. If today your parents are still by your side, do not wait until loss teaches you gratitude. For the highest peak a human being can ever reach is not power. It is filial love. Thanks for watching. If this story really hit home for you, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.